everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. So I am coming in today with my final look for the Ankara Appreciation Week. And well, actually I have another video. It will be the Alkabulin from the Sew Your Bag subscription box. I'll be doing a review of the subscription box, as well as I'm not sure when that video will go up. Stay tuned. Make sure if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell, because you will see the review for that coming up soon. It may be next week. I might have an extra video next week for you. So make sure you have subscribed so you don't miss that video. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I am coming in today with my final look for the Ankara Appreciation Week. Hopefully you've been following it. If you have not, definitely go follow Juliet and Lena over on Instagram. So, and I'll leave their handles down in the description box so you can go follow that hashtag. When I say I am so inspired to make other Ankara pieces, and again, like I've said in the past couple videos, that now having had my colors done, I see different things I'm just being drawn to. And I love Ankara prints because they're bold, they're bright, they're just fun prints, just fun designs. And obviously because, well, most Ankara print is in a cotton. If you saw my previous video, you know that dress was in Ankara silk. So but anyway, beautiful prints, beautiful prints. So this is my my final garment look. I made all the pieces I said I would, and so here we are. I'm going to start with this top. So this top I absolutely, look at this. I'm going to pop this up on the screen. This is McCall 6963, and I have the size that goes from 16 through 24, and I actually cut out a size 22. And did I cut this or trace it? No, I actually did cut this because the way the lines are stacked, but probably going forward I will trace the pieces because I didn't need the larger size, and so it didn't cut off anything, if you know what I mean. And so going forward, I did make a note, I am going to trace this going forward because I don't want to have to repurchase it. But this is a good pattern, and it is knit. And I picked it up. If you remember my haul, this is from back in February. I purchased this of this year, 2021. It was during a McCall sale for $1.99 at Joann's. And if you recall, I specifically picked this up for view A, specifically because I wanted something sleeveless, and I love the cowl neck and the fact that it's knit. Oh yeah, this is just a winner. It's just a winner. I love how the armband, because it has an armband, it's real simple pieces. You have your front, your back, and there's a back neckband piece, and then you have the arm bands, and everything just fit beautifully. When I show the pictures and stuff, you'll see how this completely looks on me. But this is so easy, and I just love it, especially if you're larger breast like me. And I'll just stand up. See how it just, oh, I just love the way it sits, and it's not dipping down too low or anything like that. This is a Palmer and Plesh pattern. Highly recommend getting this pattern, especially if you are a beginner sewer. The Palmer and Plesh, I have a couple Palmer and Plesh. Not all of them do the exact same thing, but I did notice in this particular one, the pattern pieces actually have lines on it. So the beginning, all of the Palmer and Plesh in the beginning explain to you how to, adjust the fit for that garment that you're making, right? But this pattern, and I don't know that I haven't noticed this on other patterns, but one of the things is the pattern pieces actually have lines. So if you need a full bust adjustment, you need to shorten it at the waist. If you need a sway back adjustment, any adjustment, they have lines drawn on the pattern plus instructions in the pattern, and all you're doing is cutting right on the lines that they, so if you need a full bust adjustment, there's full adjustment lines on the pattern that they tell you cut there and then spread, and they just show you how to do it. If you need a sway back, say there's just some bunching in the back or something like that, it shows you exactly where to cut to and where to separate it and spread it at. Excellent pattern for those who, you know, want to work on fit and learn how to do fit. This here is a hand. Now, commercial patterns are known to be holding your hand and making anything, but this one is a good one because it does. So you want to know how to do all that and give it a whirl on your a knit, definitely grab this. I will say the instructions are so super easy because it's just the front and back, and like I said, you have the neckband and armband piece. In the back you have the neckband, and okay, hold on, my camera is about to cut off. Okay, sorry about that. So there's a neckband. Sorry you can see my bra, but if you can tell, there's a neckband piece back there, and so that worked out. The pattern pieces for the neckbands and the armbands worked out beautifully. Because I don't have my serger, I pinked the edges on the side seams, and I didn't even finish the hem of this because it's a knit, it's not unraveling or anything like that. For this neckband piece, you're supposed to stitch it down and then clip it. I didn't do that. I didn't want any raw edges showing, so what I did was turned it under, and like I would a facing. I treated it like how I do my facing. Turned it under so there's that clean line, and I use heat bond to put it down in the back. So super easy. This was a super easy make from start to finish. You can have this done in less than 2 hours, if that, but you know, less than 2. I'm just giving extra time, but once you get everything cut out, fabric cut out, and start sewing, I would say 2 hours is fair, you know, for all of those steps. Whoops. Okay, sorry, all the pattern pieces fell out, but anyway, so I highly recommend McCall's 6963, and I want to make several more of these because this here, and then in the for the fall or cooler months, the short sleeve version, which is view B, but I wouldn't probably do the other views. Sleeveless and the short sleeve would be my thing, and oh yeah, I can definitely see more of these. Definitely need to think of some prints, see how much fabric I have, because you don't need a lot of fabric for this. This fabric actually is from my stash. I know I got it from Joann Fabrics probably 3 years ago, but you only need, it's suggesting 60-inch wide fabric, and you only need, it says, 1 yard and 3/8. So even for the larger size, it says you need 1 yard and 3/8. But that's based on 60-inch wide fabric. So make sure, I would say make sure you're at least between 55 and 60 inches width in fabric for this. It's not cut on the bias either, but it is, yeah, it's not a lot of fabric truly for this one, but you have to pay attention to that width. So yes, that is McCall 6963. So the star of the show is my Ankara print. This is, I decided again to do a very simple make because I wanted the fabric to speak, and because I absolutely love, if anything, the type of skirts I used to wear all the time were these types of skirts. And why I haven't made them more often, I don't know. I have purchased, if you know J-Toya with Robert's Wife collection, I've purchased 2 of these types of skirts from her. I purchased one from, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name. Somebody else. I purchased a skirt from, but I decided I am going to do Montoya Mayo's skirt class. She has a class. I'll leave a link to her to the actual class, but it's to create your own flat front gathered back waistband. It's called the Toya skirt, and pattern, and is using all your measurements. And the way this is set up is it's a class that you pay for, and she walks you through everything. So she'll walk you through how to take your measurements if you don't know how to take your measurements, but how to use those measurements for your waist, your hips, and all of that to make your skirt. And again, you can customize it to the length that you would like. I chose mine to be 23 inches. I believe mine is 23 inches from my waist is what I usually like. And then you add on to for your hem. But super duper easy. Now this is really hand holding because she is showing you everything. Even if you decide to line your skirt with, she shows you how to do that. Even if you want to put horsehair into the hem of your skirt to give it a little bit more substance at the bottom, she shows you how to do that. But she goes from everything from fabric, thread, optional lining, of course the elastic for the back part of the waistband, and then determining how much fabric you would need. So for me, I used approximately, I believe it was almost 3 yards. You do have the option of doing a sash, but I tend not to wear those anyway, and so I didn't do the sash. And if you do decide to do the sash, she also have the instructions in here on creating the belt loops and all of that. So it's a really good class for those beginners who love skirts like this, or maybe even she says in her video, maybe you want to make skirts, customize making skirts for other people. She definitely says you can do that. And I did want to pop in and say, I almost forgot to mention that for those who don't know, Montoya Mayo has a YouTube channel here, and so you definitely want to go check out all of her videos. They are fabulous. And if you are not following her on Instagram, you need to, because the looks she create in Ankara are absolutely stunning. I'm popping up some pictures here. So yes, I highly recommend following Montoya as well here on YouTube as well as over on Instagram. I decided not to use the sash. So it was about, I want to say it was about 3.5 yards that I used based on the length of my skirt. And so super easy. What I did was watch the videos, all of the videos all the way through, just to see what little tips she might have given. And she did offer up some tips. It's a really good video and a really good class. And so that's what I did. And then when I made it again, I went through and watched certain parts. So I didn't watch the lining piece parts. I didn't watch the pleats. There's some pleating that you do with the line. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the belt loops because for this version I wasn't interested in doing either of those. So but then when I went and sewed it up, I did just, you know, certain parts I went back to just to make sure I was doing stuff right, because like I said, she gives you everything. She gives you all of your supply checklist. She gives you all the measurement guide list and the videos and everything to tell you how to fill it out. And yes, you do have to take some measurements and stuff, but she tells you how to do every single thing, so nothing is hard at all. So mine is, and you will see in pictures, but I do have it on because I actually wore this whole outfit today. I had to mark it, but this is the fabric. This is the fabric. I absolutely love this. And this fabric, you all who've been following, you might remember, but this is from House of Mami Wata, and I got this last year, and she has pockets. I actually got around to putting pockets in the skirt, and I wanted pockets in this skirt. So yes, she has pockets, but this fabric came from House of Mami Wata. Now here's the thing, she has gone out of stock of this fabric and gotten it back in because it is so super popular. So the last time I checked, it was in. So I will link to it down in the description box. But this is absolutely, and again, it's cotton, so what can I say about cotton, with sewing with cotton? Everybody knows it's easy to sew with cotton. One thing I will say, again, because I don't have my serger, which I'll be picking up this month, I finished off all of my my hems with the bias binding, and also, let me see if I can show you, even my side seams, bias binding and pressed open. Even my waistband, because I have it on, I'm not gonna take it off right now, but even the waistband is finished with bias binding. And actually, I'm gonna take it off real quick. That's one thing I wanted to show you. I was like, oh, I can't show you if I'm wearing it. But my waistband is also finished off with the bias binding to give it a nice clean finish. I did that to the front and the back. The back, remember, has the elastic in it. But I am going to turn this inside out because my pockets, I have to show you all my pockets, are finished with bias binding. So yeah, again, because I don't have my serger, and I will tell you, not having my serger has definitely obviously pushed me to finish my seams a little better instead of just serging them all. But yes, and it's like the silk, even the silk dress that you saw in the Ankara, that was all finished. I think I showed on the inside with bias binding as well. I was actually going to French seam that one, but because of the fit of it, I didn't want to accidentally take away too much of the ease I had in it, so I just used bias binding for the silk. But yeah, finished, all the seams are finished with bias binding. So yeah, I am super happy with this and how everything turned out. I love the look. And when I was thinking, this is one of those fabrics, I would say, somebody asked when I had my colors done, was there any fabric that I had in my stash that maybe might not work? I was thinking initially this one wouldn't, but it's not something I will wear up top. It is something that looks good on the bottom, and hopefully I've been popping up pictures and video and you've seen it. But yes, it looks, this is a beautiful print on the bottom. And so yeah, I absolutely love it. The only thing I did, I think I might have shared a long time ago when I first got this was actually more of a white, but I think I put other stuff in it when I washed it, darker stuff, and it bled a little bit. You can't tell obviously, but you do want to be careful with Ankara, because Ankara can bleed, and stuff like this would, in my mind, either you're going to hand wash it or you're going to wash it by itself with a color catcher or something like that. I actually don't have a color catcher, but I have, for ones that bleed, I have just washed them by themselves and they were fine. And so that's probably what I should have done with this one. But no, I had it. It was with something. I don't know what I was thinking. It might have been with some jeans. I don't know. The jean fabric. But yeah, so that is it. I highly recommend the Montoya skirt tutorial because again, it's really easy and it's good to have on hand. And then you can, because I'm making more of these skirts. These type of skirts, because yes, I love wearing tops like this with them, tops that I like. And there is a pattern I recently picked up that I want to make another skirt and make the top. Actually, let me just give you a sneak peek of that pattern. Okay, I grabbed it. You all gonna be like, huh, you picked that up? But trust, we're not doing cropped. But let me show you this pattern. This is McCall 7962. This was on sale. I want to do this view here. This is view C, but I would lengthen this. Obviously, I want that ruffle bottom to hit right at my waist. And then with the skirt on, like I just made, would be any A-line skirt or a skirt like I just made, the Toya skirt would be beautiful with that, because I love the little ruffle detail. Let me see if I can show you the line drawing. See this here? I would just lengthen that. Yeah, that's the only reason I picked up this pattern. None of the other ones interested me, although when I look at the shorts, I was like, oh, because the shorts have a back yoke detail. I was like, that might be cute with that top. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try that. So my goal is to try that before the end of the summer. But anyway, that is it, everybody. I greatly appreciate you tuning in today. And again, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell, thumbs up the video on your way out. I will greatly appreciate it. It helps me in the whole algorithm thing in YouTube, as you hear from other YouTubers, so others can see the content. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. And so coming up this Sunday is my second look for my summer mood board. Yes, that's my second look. And then I should have for you, I'm doing the sewing bowl challenge. So then that next week Wednesday should be my reveal of the sewing bowl challenge, which I'm very excited about as well. So that is it, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. But you all have a blessed rest of your week, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye.